Namaste, beautiful yogis. Welcome to Ali Kamenova Yoga. I'm Ali, and today we're doing a twisty abs class. So it's going to be flowy, twisty, with a block. The block is not essential to the workout, it just enhances some of the poses. So you could potentially skip the block, but if you have it, it helps a little bit with activating the pelvic floor. And let's begin, and let's flow with love, strength, and ease. Starting quite dramatic at the front of the mat, roll the shoulders back and down and get into this somatic awareness. Feel your body and experience it. So the somatic awareness is developing an awareness of the sensations of the body. So it's a physical awareness. And as we develop this awareness, so now we're tuning into the toes, feeling the toes. Usually they're not within our range of awareness, right? Then we're tuning to the hips, we feel the hips, we feel the core. Again, that opens a whole new pathway of awareness. That's like a neural pathway. That's a new conscious awareness, right? We're layering, expanding, opening the channels of awareness, the faculties of the mind. So it's not just about developing muscles and mind-body connection, as somatic awareness is known as the mind-body connection, or the sensation in the body, how you feel, the feeling to the mind, right? The experience, feeling as the physical sense of the body state existing. But this goes beyond. We're expanding the consciousness, the mind, just through expanding the awareness of our sense world, sensual world, the world of senses. And as we tune in, we also begin to interact with the fascia. The fascia is living, the fascia is electric, and we tonify it, we upkeep it so that it is in a state of health. It is in an electric, flowy state. Now tune into the core. And just breathe into the belly. And now tune into your chest and upper back. You want expansion and openness, everything opening through that area. Lifting and opening, that's the feeling. And bringing it into the neck, lifting and opening. And from here, we're gonna reach forward, drop your shoulders back and down. So again, you want this openness and the back wide and open. And we're going to let the hips follow. We're gonna open the right arm back, forward, and again, have this openness here. Shoulder blades back and down. Everything as if you're just open, but we're reaching forward. Not out of the shoulder blade, out of the out of alignment, but you want to stay up, open. And opposite side, let the hips follow. Bring the breath in, and you can move in a rhythm. Coming back to the front. And here we're going to do the same. without the hips, so just moving from the belly button, waist up. So we're gonna have a way smaller range of motion, and you can lock the hips forward. So steady the hips forward, you can bend the knees and extend the tailbone, so you know that you're not opening them. There's just again another pathway of somatic awareness. It is to experience the body above all. I think we all, after years of exercising, we realize that just the experience of this is the goal. And give me, as you're kind of sitting back with a little bit of a pelvic tilt, give me a little bit of a stomach vacuum. So you're lifting that those lower abs. It's really easy here to connect within this foundation. Keep lifting the abs. Everything is lifting here. Flexing, lifting. Follow with the eyes. I try to throw in the eyes in the classes as often as I can, so that we get a bit of an eye exercise, as it's so important. I tend to forget to do that in my day. So move the eyes in their full range of motion. It's really good for the eye muscles. Great. All right. And we're going to round now the back and really round through the shoulder blades, through the upper back. And now open and round and open, round and open, round and open. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, look ahead, plank. Hold plank. And let's bring the knees into a hovering all fours position. Here we're going to take the right leg to straight, left leg to straight. Try to level the hips and flex the body. Knees hovering over the floor if possible. If you must, drop them on the ground. Alternating. Let's go 1. I'm starting counting now. 2, 3, belly in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Down dog. And here we're going to lower the knees towards the floor, push it back. So a little bit of an active down dog. You're pushing back instead of holding it. For 5 breaths, we're gonna just push back for about 6, 7 breaths. And breathe. Great. Inhale the right leg up. Level the hips. Hold it here and lift it as high as you can, engaging the glutes and the core. Let's step it between the hands. High lunge. Come up. And here we're going to lower the left knee down. Now you can pad your mat, bring a soft block. This block is very soft, otherwise I wouldn't. Pillow, double pad the mat, etc. If you have hard floors, definitely help your knee here. I kind of avoid too many knee poses on a regular mat, as you know. And here we're gonna turn back. This is not a big point here, but just a consideration, because it's not commonly considered in yoga. Okay, turn back with the right hand and forward. That is your move. Inhale, eyes moving, forward. Look back, Look forward. Open the arm back. Forward. Open. Forward. And really feel your core too. All right, last one. And we're going to bring the hands down and straighten the right leg here. You can be on the floor or still on your pillow. I even have the block right underneath my patella, the kneecap. So hold here a stretch. From here we're gonna take the right hand up, leg is straight. If possible, if you need to bend it a little bit, bend it, but make it a hamstring stretch here with a twist, as I promised. Twisty. Open. Great. And bend the knee. Stretch here with a twist. Straighten the leg for just one more twist here. Straight leg. Left hand on the floor, right arm up. Great. And down dog. Take the left leg up and lift your leg as high as you can, heel up. Step it through high lunge. High lunge to low lunge. Adjust here the perfect width for you. And let's reach back and forward. And again, use your eyes. And here we're gonna straighten the legs and lower down over the left leg. Flex your foot, level the hips, forward bend, hamstring stretch, hold here. Let's bring the right hand on the floor, left arm up. This is very deep into the hamstring, so breathe. And let's bend the left knee. Have your right hand down and you can also twist here. Lunge with a twist. And back to straightening the leg, and we'll twist one more time here. Push the hips back. And downward facing dog. Prepare your block. Again, optional, you can perform everything definitely without the block. And let's take the right leg up. Step it through high lunge, grab your block. Reach in front of you. You can give it a very tiny squeeze. Nothing too exhausting here. And we're going to slowly chop down to the right and back up. And again. And feel your belly, a little bit of the idea of stomach vacuum here. So a little bit of a hollowing. And let's press the block, elbows bent in front of the chest, twist to the right and back to center. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And lower the left hand down, roll onto the outer edge of the right foot, outer edge of both legs here, both feet. And just gently move in this pose. And we're going to shift into side lunge, right knee bent, left leg straight. And straighten or come up, right knee still bent, do twist here, right arm up, left arm down, right leg in a side lunge. And you can do a few right hand down, right arm up. So a few opening and closings to just move with awareness through this position. Great. And plank. Chaturanga. Up dog, chaturanga, down dog. Inhale the left leg up, high lunge with your block, optional. Reach in front, gently squeeze, and slowly bring it down. Slowly bring it up. A little bit of a stomach vacuum, just a little bit. It's that lift that we learn from Mula Bandha, from stomach vacuums, that engages the lower belly muscles and lifts them and isolates them. So we know we're working with the lower belly in particular. Great, let's press the block in front of the chest and twist and come back. Feel your core. Lower belly. And let's bring the right hand down, open onto the outer edge of the feet and hold here. Feel the hip. All right, we're gonna pivot on the heels and now take a lunge on the left side. Side lunge, low lunge. Stretch the right leg. And let's lift up into a lunge, side lunge. Right hand down, left arm up. And you can bring it down, exhale it up. Or exhale down, Inhale up, whatever your breath tells you to do. Usually I like to exhale on a twist, but right now we're doing very expanding twist, so I like to actually inhale on them because I'm opening. Great, and from here walk into the center and take a forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Have the outer edges of your feet parallel to each other and hold here for a moment. Shake your head, let it hang. Smile, relax the face muscles, let go of the permanent wrinkles. Wherever you tend to hold tension, either the 11s, the forehead is a common place where we really, when we're focused, the jaw, those are the tension areas. So relax consciously with somatic awareness, those areas, just bring a lot of relaxation there to the face, to the neck. And we're gonna bring the right hand down, left arm up. And then bring the chest over the right, over the right leg. Sorry, and open, left arm up, bring it over the right leg. So you're moving side to side as we have been, you're fanning. Find your rhythm and find the movement within the body. That's what my yoga teacher used to say, one of my power yoga teachers. We're not trying to stick a pose from a book. The pose is within us, it's in the body. We're finding something that's already natural to the body. Left hand down, right arm up. And bring your chest over the left leg. And again, you can thread it under too. I feel heat building up from the twists. All right, back to both hands on the ground. Here we're going to bend the right knee, side lunge, bend the left knee, side lunge. And just move side to side again at a nice fluid rhythm, flowy pace. And let's prepare the block. If you're using it, open the feet out. And we're going to sit in plie. I've been pruning a lot of flowers and I brought these ones. They smell incredible. Those are Mexican sage flowers and I had to prune them because the plant was very big. So we're gonna take plie here. And we're gonna reach over in front of us, straight arms, open chest, twist to one side, center, lift your heels, opposite side, center, lift your heels, reach, lift, reach, lift, reach, lift, reach, lift, lift, reach, lift. Great. Here you can bring your hands behind the head if you don't have a block. With a block, you're gonna squeeze the block behind your head. It tends to activate the back really well, the upper back muscles. And we're gonna reach side to side, elbow to one side, elbow to the other side. Elongate and a little bit of a crunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and 11, and 12. Elongate. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's do, you can use your block here for a side angle in plie, or you can use the floor, or you can use your knee, elbow to knee. And opposite side. This is, try to keep the other knee bent and elongate the torso. One more. Twists and elongations. You can reach over the head and change. And just because this feels fantastic, let's do it one more time on each side. And opposite. And a quick froggy pose. Two, bringing the knees above hip width apart, chest to the floor, back bend, or chest towards the floor. Great, let's sit down, legs in front of us. Level the legs. You can always use the block here, it's absolutely optional, but you can use the blocks which will allow you to even out the hips, even out the knees. Sometimes with a contracted muscle or fascia on one side, we tend to have what it's called higher hip, longer leg, shorter leg, etc. And it's often an issue with the fascia, and we can work it out by rebalancing the posture and also working on the loosening up the fascia, the muscles, etc. Those contractions happen because of certain pain, imbalance, etc. But we can bring the body back into alignment. That's why I like the block. It really balances that whole pelvis to feet area, and because the pelvis is connected to the shoulders, it tends to balance the neck, the shoulders, everything. It's a good one. All right, here we're going to reach over the head and dive forward with rounding the back and bringing the forehead towards the mid thighs. So you're going to really round here. And come back up. So you're feeling your entire core, but upper core. And coming up, a couple more of those. One more. And a forward bend. If you have the block, use it for your forehead. Otherwise, stay here. This is a pose I use often in my calming classes. We're pressing on a lot of the acupuncture points from the acupressure program. And coming up, let's open the legs wider than the mat. And here we're going to open the arms out and bring the right hand to the left toe and come up and twist to the other side. Keep your feet flexing. And keep shifting, flowing movement. Think about movement for this class. And back to center. Soles of the feet together. Hold here. Time for a pigeon. You can do double pigeon or one at a time. Let your breath flow through the body. I believe the breath, as we covered in, I think I spoke about it in the spiritual lungs program. It contains prana, of course, to a smaller degree now, but the more we develop the faculties, the extra senses that are inevitable during consciousness expansion, we just function with a different level of light in us, because light is consciousness. So it contains ether, and we can connect the breath to the fascia, energize the fascia. So the breath becomes a tool, and we can guide it into areas of the body. In somatic experience, you can just be called to experience a part of the body, just to experience it, not even in motion, not in movement. Here, we continue flowing and feeling and moving, and everything activates, continues the process of activation. The way we activate movement with awareness, awareness activates our consciousness. So it becomes this process of continuation, continuous expansion. Where the activation leads to activation and so forth. And coming up out of it, opposite side, set yourself up, lengthen, flex the foot, lower down with a elongation in the spine. And coming up, stretch your leg, lay down. You can use the block for the next pose in pelvic tilt, and you can definitely do this without it. Here we're going to start with just a few pelvic tilts so that you can activate the lower belly. When you do a pelvic tilt with the block, you get a few more cues. Without the block, you still do just as much work. So you want to lift Mula Bandha, and Mula Bandha is connected to all the lower, through the fascia really, because it's not just muscular connection. And this is how for this entire program, I really want to feel fascia, think fascia, experience fascia, deepen my understanding of fascia, deepen my understanding of fascia. But as you squeeze the block, as you lift Mula Bandha, you're going to feel the activation of all the muscles, even past the belly button. It's really all the core muscles and all the muscles in connective tissue that contains the internal organs. So all of this is being electrically activated. It's like an electrical current charge, the way the meridians are moving through the activation of Mula Bandha. That's why Mula Bandha is such a big deal. Because it's like acupuncture work, like a meridian work. You activate one of the very key big channel points that activates along multiple channels. So it's a big point, and it is a self-activated point. So it's very powerful. And release. So a little bit of we're waiting now for a little rest, but as you do pelvic tilt, Mula Bandha, lift everything and feel the movement towards it, into the fascia, internally, into the more external muscles, etc. And release. One more. Great. Now we're just going to squeeze our block lightly. You don't have to do a massive squeeze, and we're gonna pulse here. Mini poses for me, whatever it was. Rest, whatever it was for you. And let's bring the block between the hands now, arms up. If you're not using the block, just arms up. Step onto the right foot and get into bridge here. And we're going to extend the left leg and reach over the head with the arms and activate Mula Bandha and the lower belly. And hold here. Instead of reps here, we're just gonna hold. And lower down. Opposite side, same thing. You can pause the video. This one is tricky to get into, and just practice it a little bit. But you're really gonna hollow the belly as you get into the pose. Really, the arms are really activating now from Uddiyana Bandha. They're activating along the core muscles. So we're activating the upper belly. So we're gonna extend the right leg now, stepping on the left, reach over the head, Mula Bandha in. and lower down. It was fabulous. All right, you can bring the block optional again, otherwise just a supine twist under your right side of the, let's say, butt cheek. Left knee in, under the right glute, to be a little more professional here. And left knee across, just for a little bit of a lift, a little bit of a chiropractic twist. Ooh, so good. Opposite side. So just bring it all the way out so you have room to roll. Right knee in and across, and just let your knee hang off of that cliff. Let your hip hang off of this cliff and feel it. Great, and slowly lower down. Lay here for a few moments with just awareness of you, experiencing you. You are the only point of awareness that you have. So getting into the I, not in an ego sense, not in a self-centered sense, but just really feeling you. You're experiencing life, you're experiencing the earth, existence, from your personal point of view, from your I perspective. So tune into you, into the true you, because there is no more valuable thing than fully and authentically expressing yourself. If we all learn how to express authentically the I, that is the most valuable thing we can give to the world. Not what we're doing and how we're presenting ourselves and the outer things we're embodying, but if we express the true I, we contribute the most valuable thing. We're irreplaceable, and by expressing the trueness of the I authentically, and that's a big task because most of us have to really travel inward to find the authentic I, because it's covered over layers and layers of programs, conditioning, parts of the consciousness that are asleep. So we have to awaken those parts, clean up the dusty corners, open up the windows, let fresher light in order to find a very simple part of the self. It's simple, the true I. And then we can truly, creatively express, creatively, truly, authentically connect, contribute, be, communicate, relate to others in a very grounded, authentic way. So just be you. Take a good, profound peek at that which is you, that is the I, the true I. And stay here for a few moments, allowing yourself to flow with love, strength, authenticity, and ease. Namaste.